from. Your past is a gift. Okay, so in the previous video I was talking about beliefs, okay, and how we carry these through our lives, and beliefs that are passed down. And my question to you is, the beliefs that you've been following, how many of them are still true? How many of them do you still believe in, you're following in your life? Things that have been passed down by your parents or your church or your religion, okay? Or from a teacher at school or from a neighbor. Someone said something to you and you decided, oh, that must be true. Let's believe in that. Okay, so one of the beliefs as I was growing up, okay, and I wanted to share it because it's funny, but my mum believed in it, and not just her. There was a whole group, the whole generation that believed in this story, okay? So, so it wasn't just her, but because it happened, and then they all decided that it must have been from this. Okay, so what happened was, okay, before I was born, and this is my mum growing up, okay, and they'd already been told this story, okay, so they've grown up believing that this story is true, and then they passed this on to my sister and I don't know if we were meant to pass it on to ours, okay, but to our the next generation. But anyway, this was the story. This is what happened. So apparently there was a girl, okay, and she got her first period, okay, and on the first day of her first period she had a shower. Now I'm not lying, this is what I grew up with, okay? This is a belief that was passed down. Now, because this girl had a shower on the first day of her period, or as the belief turned out to be, when you have your period, so anytime that you have your period, apparently if you wash your hair, you can give you a stroke and you can die. I know, right? I'm just letting you sit with the thought, with the idea of it, because that's what the belief was. Okay, this girl got her period, she washed her hair, and because she washed her hair, the belief was that this caused the stroke in her head that caused her to die. So, when I got my periods, and I'm talking about I'm 12, right? I got my first period. Until I left home, I was not allowed to wash my hair in the first at least 3 days that I had my periods. I was not allowed to, because I could get a blood clot in my head and I could die. That was the belief. And it took me, I don't know if it was that it became a habit, but it took me well into my late 30s before I decided, you know what, I'm going to wash my hair whether I got my periods or not. I don't care. You know, if I'm going to have a stroke and die, then so be it. You know, but I was just tired of following this belief that I always thought was silly. But to them, it was so real. This happened because she washed her hair while she was having her period, and it caused a blood clot in her brain. She had a stroke and she died. You know, and my whole childhood, after I got my first period, I always used to think, what a silly thing to believe in. What a silly thing to believe. Why would you believe that? But because she wouldn't let me wash my hair when I had my periods, I had no choice but to follow. You know, that was her belief, my mum's belief. You know, and it took me a long time before I was like, okay, I can wash my hair now. Nothing's going to happen. But how many, you know, I'd love to receive in the comments, how many of you have beliefs like that make no sense at all, and yet, you know, the belief is so strong that it won't allow you to do something as simple as wash your hair while you've got your period, or whatever it may be. You know, belief is also a superstition. You know, how many of us will not walk under a ladder because it's bad luck? And things like that. That's a belief. If you walk under that ladder, you'll have bad luck. If you break a mirror, you'll have 7 years of bad luck. They're all beliefs. They call them superstitions, but they're beliefs. They all come down to the same thing. Something happened to someone while that was happening, and they decided, oh, that's bad luck. That's not good to do that. Or the black cat, whatever the black cat one. was. I don't know. I must have already died 1,000 deaths because I've got a black cat, so I don't know what they're supposed to do. They give you bad luck. So, you know, just funny. And with that is everything. That's why I ask you to question your beliefs, what you believe in. Is it really your belief? Or is it something that was passed down, that was repeated over and over and over in your childhood? And you've just taken that on, that that's the way it must be. Because it was said that many times, it must be true. Really, think about it. Because there's one thing of something happening to you and you telling yourself over and over and creating a belief about yourself. Okay, that's you, that's your mind creating the belief that this happened to me and now it's because I'm not good enough, you know, or I don't deserve to have that. But it's different to other people passing on their beliefs and repeating them over and over and over in your childhood, and then you carrying it into your adult life and then passing it on to the next generation. Are they even true? You know, I'm still here. I haven't had a stroke yet, and I've been washing my hair for over 10 years now when I get my period. You know? How many of them are actually true? And things like not washing your hair while you've got your period are not something that are going to alter your life that much. Okay, you'll go 2 days without washing your hair while you've got your period. Big deal. You know? But how many other beliefs are there that actually do get in the way? You know? Especially beliefs about money. So many of us have grown up with these beliefs about money, that you have to work hard to earn money. That money doesn't come easily. That money doesn't grow on trees. All these things that were passed on. They're all beliefs. They're all passed on. And they're repeated over and over and over. And it takes such a long time. Once it's been said and once it's set into your subconscious mind, it takes such a long time to let go of them. It really does. Or to realize that they're not true. That that was just their belief, their experience of it. And the truth behind that was that they didn't feel that they deserved it. It comes from that place. All these beliefs that are passed down about money comes from a place of us feeling that we don't deserve to have it. Having it makes us a bad person. How many of us have grown up with that belief from church? Hands up. That was me. If you had a lot of money, you were a bad person, because only bad people had a lot of money. You know, people that sold drugs or people that were corrupt and used other people, you know, to make money. Money was never made in a good way. It was never made by good people. That's what we grew up with. That was the belief around money. And today I challenge that. I don't believe that. I believe that a lot of good people can do a lot of good with a lot of money. You know? It's only through money that you can do so much good for the world. You know, you can change. You can make a change. But feeling bad about having it is not going to get you any closer to having it. So you have to look at those beliefs, what was passed down. Alright, my darlings? I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe below so you don't miss any of the messages, and I'll see you, bye, in the next video.